I'm going to make you do it anyway. But yes, let's get to what we talked about a little bit earlier. And obviously Goodman talked about it a little bit last night.
Hey, real quick, Dave.
Yep.
109 likes. Give me my Twitter back.
Yes, we need 40 more likes. I have 110 on my screen. So we need 40 more likes to get Tio's Twitter back.
And I hate to dig, and I hate to veer for a moment, but if I see one more person ask us to pick the Creighton Marquette game,
just pick it right now. Just go right now. Pick Creighton Marquette. Go
on their home floor in Omaha with Ryan Kalkbrenner. Of the Big East top 4 teams, none of them have lost a home game. That's not going to change on Tuesday night. Creighton beats Marquette.
That was going to be my question. Where's the game? Because whoever's at home, I said the same, is going to win. So, Creighton.
I'm going with the Fighting Shakas.
Whoa.
Tio's picking with his heart, man. You know Shaka's his guy, so he ain't going against Shaka.
He's supposed to be different from you two. That's why.
That's right. I'm just being contrarian. I'm being contrarian.
If Marquette can go and win, they would all but secure Big East regular season title. It's over.
Season over.
It's over. And it's amazing. I mean, a brief word on Marquette. Shaka Smart should be in the top 3 in the National Coach of the Year race. The fact that they're ranked 10th in the country today is absurd. Absurd. He didn't get some 5-star recruit. He didn't make any splashes in the transfer portal. He literally invested in the kids that he had, and they've all gotten better. Tyler Kolek and Cam Jones are lethal. Here's the thing. I'm calling this one right now to both of you. I think Marquette will be a trendy pick by casuals to get upset in the first round. Because I think
you're probably right.
They're going to be a trendy on the other end. In a lot of ways, from a reputation standpoint, that particular week, Marquette is this year's Providence. Everybody and their mother had South Dakota State beating Providence. All these people were picking Shireman and South Dakota State. It didn't happen. And guess what? They ended up playing Richmond, not Iowa. Not saying they would have beaten Iowa or whatever. The point is, I think Marquette's the team to me that a lot of people, like we all have acknowledged their greatness, and they've been great. Offensively electrifying. Tio, can you simulate Marquette's offense? Really, like getting ready to play them? Can you really simulate what they've done?
It's hard to simulate how good Tyler Kolek is in pick and roll situations. Like this they use the slot. They use the slot as well as anybody else in college basketball. It's like a quick pistol situation. They send that guy over to the slot and they attack from different angles than anybody else does. He utilizes the middle of the floor as well as anybody in college basketball this year. So yes, it is hard. It is hard, Fanta. Yeah.
And Marquette fans are saying that it's a cold take or whatnot. For the record, I have Marquette going to the Sweet 16. Like that.
I think it's possible.
I think they're going to win multiple games in the NCAA tournament, folks. Yeah. So, let's allow us to finish here. But yeah, they're really good. I mean, they just so happen to be running into a team in Creighton who is a dark horse to make the Final Four. If dark horse is even appropriate for them anymore. Creighton has played as well as anybody over the last 40 days, Randolph. They've won 9 of their last 10.
They started out well when we thought they were, really, really, a Final Four calibers team when they started. Then they went through the middle, and then Kalkbrenner got hurt. Now they're playing their best basketball to finish the season, so I'm not counting them out.
Providence at UConn Wednesday. Who wins?
I think it's another game. Who's at home? And I think it's at UConn.
Yeah, I think UConn wins. I think UConn wins at home.
Hey, speaking of that game, we will be there After Dark Live from the floor.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what? I'm gonna change my pick on that. I might go Providence on that one. I don't know. I got to sleep on that one.
Tight, but Providence did lose to St. John's on the road. They've had trouble taking their stuff away from home. Revenge spot for Connecticut. I think they find a way. Dagan, here's the field of 68 behind the curtain.
Oh, yes.
Dagan, what is going on with Wednesday night? Why am I getting text messages at 10 o'clock earlier tonight saying, where are you Wednesday night? What's going on? What is going on with this trip to stores?
Who'd you get text from? I'm not even going to stores, so I don't know.
Well, is Jeff going?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's Jeff and Rob from stores.
Okay, there's a chance that Goody may be out.
Oh, breaking news.
He's got a big story to break, I think, with Memphis.
Speaking of perfect, that was perfect. Look at that transition, Francis. That was beautiful.
I am so excited to see what these two think about all this.
Yes. So I'm not sure I'm sure you two have seen the comments. Obviously you did because they were thrown in the group message earlier today from last night's show. And obviously Goodman said that Memphis fans should not be happy just being on the bubble every year. Basically, he was kind of hinting at, is Penny the guy there going forward? So I would like to get the two of you, your thoughts. Or actually all three. We can give all three. Fanti can give yours as well. Your thoughts on Penny's tenure at Memphis.
Should I go first?
Go right ahead.
Who wants to go first? Everybody looks so excited to talk about this.
I think it's ridiculous. And I'll say this. They've won 20 games. He's won 20 games every year he's been there. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't even want to cuss, but I want to say, like, is this
Let it fly.
I was crying because I was like, is this really a fucking take? Like, no. like, are you kidding me? Coming through COVID, they've won 20. If he's supposed to get fired for 20 games a year, then there's a hell of a lot of coaches right now. We need to go. Half every league is fired.
Yeah.
He's won 20 every year. You know what? I will say this on the serious side. I think he's a victim of the problem is going to happen is what's going to happen in this league, right? Houston's leaving. Central Florida's leaving. You know, Cincinnati's leaving. Like, what's going to happen with this league? And he's a victim of that because even right now, it's a 2-bit league at best.
Right now,
league. Right now, it's 2-bit league, and so I think he gets punished with that. But as far as him questioning whether come on, stop it. Like, let's stop it. I think Jeff was hanging with Rob too much, and it just that'll drive anybody crazy. And they just needed to be separated.
Too much time in the car with Dolph.
They spent too much time together in a car ride, everything else. So, Fanta, that's what that call was. It was to break that up so those guys can come back down and relax and get back to their senses and make some sound takes, man. I ain't buying that one. I don't know how y'all feel. You can keep that.
What was their record? What was it? 105 and 52.
Oh, 102 and 50 or something like that.
Yeah. So 102 and 50. There is something to be said that in Memphis, a city full of talent, Memphis kids want to go to Memphis. Like, you would think they should be in that 23 to 26 win range every year. But 20 wins is 20 wins. I understand that the whole thing of like they should be better more consistently. I get that part, but it's when we say better, like they're already good because they're winning 20 games. But like I'm accustomed to a Memphis team winning 20, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, 20, 26 games. Like I think, especially when that league moves on and they're still in that league, they're going to be up there in that 25, 26 range.
But I'll add to this, Tio. We got to factor in COVID.
Yeah.
And we got to factor in, like, how many teams could manage the distraction with the Monty Bates thing, lose a player of his quote unquote talent level.
Yes.
And then make a run to the tournament. And then on top of that,
whose talent level?
I said of Monty Bates, of quote what his talent level was supposed to be coming in, because he was, with a rep. Like, how many people can survive that? Like, you lose a guy with a rep like that, most times it's just, you don't respond the way they did. They make a tournament run, they lose and go to the tournament run. And I think the other thing was, how many teams can respond to that with the NCAA infractions over their head?
Yep. No,
like some programs hasn't responded, and he's done that in his time there. Like, come on, man, stop.
And Penny is Memphis.
Stop.
Memphis. He is Memphis. Like, he's not going anywhere. Come on.
Stop.
He's 105 and 50 as the head coach of Memphis. If other former players who are now coaches at their respective institutions, you all know where and who, and where to find them.
Sign me up for that.
If other coaches are struggling to the degree that they have and have kept their jobs, Penny Hardaway's not going anywhere. Now, here's where Jeff's point should be taken, because to me, the take of anti-Penny it kind of it ends up going down a path that we all are saying, no, nobody's firing Penny Hardaway. I think what his point is, all right, it's been a long time since Memphis basketball was in the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. And frankly, it's been a while. So, is that acceptable to Tigers fans? Is the whole point.
Right.
Because Memphis basketball fans are so passionate. I also would like to think that Jeff is suggesting that one former Memphis coach who is now coaching a blue blood, that, well, he could do it at Memphis. So, why can't somebody else just do it at Memphis? You all know what I'm thinking about with that. We all know. But my point is, Penny Hardaway's not going anywhere. So it's kind of a moot point. It doesn't matter. He's not, you can both suggest that Memphis fans are hungry for more and that the level that they've been able to achieve isn't what they strive to achieve, while also understanding that Penny Hardaway's done more than enough, both as a player and now as a coach, to say his track record and now his record as a coach, he's not going anywhere. He's more than good enough for Memphis. He's going to be the coach in Memphis for as long as he wants to be because he's going to be able to win. I
just think we still, you can, the only problem I have with it is that you still got to take some context. And for one, it's 20 games, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
He's won there. If we're going to hold Penny to that bar, then let's set the bar everywhere else then. That's all my thing is. And if you're going to say, like I said, we make COVID excuses for other people. And then the NCAA infraction, that's hurt. Think of where USC was when this happened. Think about what Miami was. Miami's back now, but Miami had a couple years in there where they weren't there. There's been some school. Look at Louisville right now. So let's not. So Penny went through that, and he's still winning 20 games through that. That says something.
MK is saying 20 games in a bad conference with 5-star talent.
Where's the 5-star talent?
Yeah, where's the 5-star talent?
Where's the 5-star talent? Where?
That's not true.
That's not true. You had Wiseman in them that one year. You had Wiseman in them, and that mess that happened there.
And Wiseman was only there for 5 games.
And he was there for a couple of games. So where's the 5-star talent? Amani Bates, he got rid of.
See, but Randolph, you're talking way too much rationale here to be American.
Yeah, all right, maybe that's it. I'm sorry.
I
just like to make sense sometimes.
Are not always human.
Okay.
All right. I mean, here's the deal.
Randolph just over there making sense.
Where does Memphis go from a conference perspective?
That's the issue they need to be asking. He's doing it where if people in Memphis want to be this passionate about Memphis, you need to figure out where you're going because
Jalen Duren
teams are moving.
Jalen Duren.
Yeah, they made the Sweet 16, didn't they?
And they made the
second round.
Yeah, I mean, they lost to what? Gonzaga in the second round?
Yeah, Gonzaga.
Come on, man.
That is true. I have a follow-up question. For you guys. So obviously, you may have already mentioned this. I've been doing a few things over here, so I may have missed it. But obviously, with the teams leaving for the Big 12, Memphis should now run the American with those guys leaving.
Yes.
So they will.
Well, that's the thing. How many years do you get if they don't?
They will.
I mean,
their talent's going to be superior.
Their talent is so much better. They're going to have to play somebody out of conference to make it even competitive. They're going to run this conference now.
Yeah, it's the new Houston in the AAC. I mean, that's what it's going to be. Maybe not to that level.
So what you're saying is, if for some reason they come out in the next 2 years and they don't own the conference, then this is a legit conversation.
Maybe. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where I was going with that.
How many years did you get?
I said 2 or 3. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number.
Yeah, but he's just, I don't know. Sometimes we put these guys, sometimes we put them on the hot seat and there's just no reason for it. He came possessions away from beating Gonzaga last year. And they're going to make the tournament. They're going to make the tournament this year.
I don't know what do you want? I don't understand. What do you expect? Is Memphis is there a national championship banner hanging down there or something that I don't know about? Am I missing something?